Normalcy bias is one of the leading causes that gets people hurt in all types of crises. It's that mindset that causes somebody to either minimize or rationalize the crisis away. We see this in almost every single active threat event. Normalcy bias took place at the Las Vegas Massacre. What happened there was many people that heard the shots being fired, they thought it was the sound system malfunctioning, or they thought it was fireworks going off. Well, that delays a proper response, because what we're trying to do is come up with an irrational explanation of a reality that is occurring right now. So as far as normalcy bias is concerned, how does it get you killed? Well, when you're minimizing and rationalizing the crisis away, it delays a proper response. Another type of crisis that normalcy bias occurred in was the Indian Ocean tsunami. Many people were killed standing on the beach watching the waves come into them and never responded. The reason for that is they were hoping, or they were trying to say, this can't be happening. Now, how do we overcome normalcy bias? Just the fact that you and I are talking about it, we can overcome normalcy bias. Understand this is a real phenomenon, and it happens in almost every single active threat event. And the next time an active threat event happens, I want you to listen to the victims that survived and listen to their news interviews. You're going to hear examples of normalcy bias. A victim that was at the Pulse nightclub shooting, she actually Snapchatted her own death. She was looking around in the video, listening to the shots being fired, and we can only assume she thought it was beats to the sound of the music. The key to it is training. That doesn't have to be just a class that you sit in and listen to training. We'd love for it to be, but you're mentally training, you're rehearsing in your mind. A crisis occurs, what are we going to do? Well, first is we can't respond to a crisis that we don't accept. We call it overcoming the big D. This idea of denial, this can't be happening. So once you overcome the big D, because we've been trained, now we're going to go pull that solution from our little tactical Rolodex that we've built up in our head, and we're going to pull that solution and implement and recall what we've been trained to do.